Hey, Nick.
Michigan. Well, hello and welcome, you guys. Welcome and hello. We almost had a little dangle clack at the beginning, but I recovered and no one even noticed, I don't think. Welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, which means that it is vlog day, and yeah, I have a full-on action-packed vlog for you guys planned out tonight. All of the timestamps are going to be that first pinned comment right underneath this video because my main man, Jeremy V, he collects all those timestamps. We make him the first pinned comment. We turn them into chapters across this video. But welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I see you guys there in the chat. Sick Boy's here. I see their Sick Boy. Gordo's here. Dixon Ciderbush is here. It wouldn't be a vlog without Dixon Ciderbush. There's got to be a better way to say that. Or maybe not. That's what we intended. Anyway, welcome, you guys. Let me do a real quick rundown for you guys as far as what's going on tonight. Michigan Wolverines! The best part is I'm not even a sports fan. I think I've seen the Michigan Wolverines play on television one time, but that's it. Before I started researching for this vlog, I didn't know what the name of the team was at the University of Michigan. But here we go. Let me do a real quick rundown for you. Jim, I do have some mail. Very, very, very little mail, which makes me very, very, very excited. And it's not that I don't love mail, it's that I don't love cleaning up. And when I look at little bits of mail, I go, oh, I don't have to clean up for an hour following the vlog tonight. It will just be a small little self-contained mail segment. But I do have a little bit of mail. Of course, we have getting to know GrimmGreen. I've got a beer all ready to go. We're going to talk about what I've been vaping. I'm going to pepper in some news and advocacy in there because Michigan, University of Michigan, Yak Bong Wolverines! Woo! So hit that like button, you guys. It sure would help me out. But let's hydrate real quick just with, who should we hydrate with? Liam. I'm feeling thirsty, Liam. Don't let me down. Oh, good Lord. Wow, I really needed that. You might also see on this video, it says paid sponsor or something like that over here. It's this. It's the coldest water bottle. They've been a sponsor of the vlog for a while. I've been using this water bottle for over a year now. Over a year. Still keeps all my all my water nice and crispy cool all the time, even in the hot Los Angeles sun. And use the code GRIM. You get a little off. If you buy one, I get a little coin in my pocket. We help each other. You help the show. I help you stay hydrated. That's how this works. I actually realized I didn't finish the rundown either. Retro vaping, of course. Tonight's retro vaping is weird, and I don't think it's actually even going to work. It might be not weirder than vaping donuts, but from around that same time period of vaping donuts. What else? And of course, very random liquid tasting. I'm really looking forward to tonight's very random liquid tasting. Here's what I've been doing with the very random liquid tastings is I have a little stash of liquids that whenever I'm going through any of my shelves or my closet or, you know, the my cabinet behind me or anything like that, and I run across weird random bottles of liquid, whether it's like a DIY or just something from the UK from like 5 years ago that nobody ever vaped, I set them aside. And I have this little stash of just obscure, random, weird liquids every night, every Thursday. I pick 3. So I'm looking forward to that because I have an RDA to go on it. And if we have some time, because I'm not trying to brag, but I did news and advocacy last week in 20 minutes, which was great. And we still ran long, but we got to put more fun stuff in. So tonight, if we have time, I got that Salvo RDA from Straight Up Supply Co. And I really just want to buy it. I mean, I want to build it. It's brass, and I've got a shiny brass mech, and I want to put it on there. So I think we're going to build that. If we have time, we'll do the GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. If we have time. If we have time, let's get to that. But the first thing I want to do, the first thing I want to get to is the super chats. But here's the thing. YouTube deleted all of the super chats right before the stream started. That's okay because I screen captured like 3 or 4 of them, so I can still call out your super chats. So before we even got started, I think it was, oh no, Tribal Buddha. Yeah, I'm the first super chat. Booyah. Tribal Buddha, you were not the first super chat. You were the third super chat, but booyah, Tribal Buddha. Hope you're doing good, buddy. There was another super chat here from Barbara, cousin Barbara. Don't know if I'll make the vlog tonight. It's been a week. Love you. Love you too, Barbara. I'm sorry it's been a cruddy week. Let's come back, watch the replay. I'll try to cheer you up, Barbara. And this was actually the first super chat of the night. Tyler B said, "Ahoy, hoy, ahoy, hoy to ya." Tyler B, please tell me that you watched The Simpsons. Please tell me that was a Mr. Burns reference from The Simpsons, please. I'll catch the replay when I get home from work. Also, whenever you need an RKOI fix, let me know. I really appreciate that, Tyler B. I've actually got a pretty good little stash of RKO right now. In fact, I've got, like, I look down in here and I see two like 120s of RKOI, and I just start getting careless with it. I start putting it in like everything, every RTA, every sub-tank. I'm like, RKOI, RKOI. Getting careless with it. I appreciate that very much, Tyler B. Appreciate that. So, without any further ado, actually, let's do that thing. That's my new favorite thing. This is a great way to kick off the vlog. I want to do that thing that's my new favorite thing where I get to hear from one of my subscribers. So right now, you guys remember the Grogan mod? Oh my God, spoilers. I would like to hear from Jim. What say you, Jim? Jim in Idaho?
Hey Nick, this is Jim over here in Utah. Just thought I'd like to give you a shout out to you and all the YOYOY Cool Kids Club. And I'd also like to show you some new vape gear I got. The Grogan mod. Nick and Sam on one side, and of course Nick and Sam on the other. Can't have a mod with just one side of Nick and Sam now, can you? So that's it from me. I'd just like to wish everybody a happy day, and of course, let's keep on vaping.
Jim, I love that mod. I love that mod. That's so spectacular. I shared your mod earlier. I don't know, this was vlogs ago when I just had pictures of it. I've never seen it in action, but he did. He got the giant Grogan def mods with me and Bogan, me and Sam's face all over it. I love it. I love the old dude's cloud chasing. That's my favorite. Just the old dude with the gray, I want to be there soon. I can't wait. The gray, you know, the gray beard and just a huge mod with a huge RDA on top. He's like, yep, smoke free, just destroying it. I love that. That's truly and honestly one of my favorite things of all time. Truly and honestly. If anybody else out there has a video similar to that, can be literally anything. You want to shoot the shit, shout out your favorite liquid, your favorite shop, show off your animals. It's my favorite thing. Show off your gear. You can send them on over to me. Nick@GrimmGreen.com. I'm actively asking. I want to hear from you guys. Send them over to me. Just mark your subject, that one thing. It may not get replied to via keyboard, but I always see the attachments and I always save them. So shout out to Jim. Shout out to Jim in the Grogan box. It's got to be the full-size guy. It's got to be the big box. It looks like he has the big box. I want to see this thing in real life, Jim. I need to see the Grogan box in real life, bro. It's just a thing that needs to happen. I need to hold it and just take a big rip on the Grogan box. Anyway, let's, after we've hydrated, now it's time to ruin all of that by having alcohol. What say you? Should we have a beer? The first thing I'm going to do is turn down the sound effects, you see, so it doesn't destroy everybody. Beer, go! Yeah, look at this beer we have tonight. This beer tasting tonight comes courtesy of the Poon Sauce McNasty collection. He sent me a whole mess of truly incredible looking beers, including this one. Short Fuse Chocolate Malt Stout. Chocolate Malt Stout. And let's think about this. I'm not trying to get beer in trouble because I love beer. I like alcohol. I think in America you have the freedom to be dumb. You have the freedom to drink beer if you want to. Look at the branding on this beer. Look at the branding on this beer. Chocolate malt stout. Keeping in mind its alcohol, would this fly in literally any other industry? I don't think there's a chance that this would fly in the vape industry. I don't think this will fly in the vape industry for another, maybe another 10 years before we come back around to being able to have cool branding again. We'll get there just like beer got there. Chocolate malt. Chocolate beer? Chocolate beer? What the hell? Chocolate beer? I love chocolate beer. I love chocolate. I love chocolate beer. The Samuel Smith chocolate stout is one of my favorite beers of all time. My favorite chocolate stouts of all time. Here we go. We're pouring it into a Modern Times tulip style glass here. There we go. Let's just give it a hard pour. We want to get a little bit of a head on there, you know. It says it in the bumper. I have to drink through it like a man. Beautiful, Clark. Look at that. Just darkness. Just darkness. Interstellar darkness. Cheers, you guys. Here's to you. Holy shit. Holy shit. This tastes like a milkshake. This tastes like a chocolate malt milkshake. Poon sauce. This is crazy, bro. It's only 5.5%. Okay, well, now I have to know what the internet thinks of this. I need the internet to, you know, I need the internet to validate my short fuse chocolate stout. Fuse chocolate stout? Chocolate malt stout? Yeah, German, no. Short fuse chocolate malt stout. Sweet, milky, yeah, it's sweet. No ratings. Why can't I find no ratings for this anywhere? It is very sweet. Truly and honestly, this is much less like drinking a beer and literally more like drinking a milkshake. That is crazy, Poon sauce. Oh, pardon me, burp life. This is a chocolate milkshake that will mess you up. That's incredible. It's got a big, stouty, thick flavor. It's got chocolate, and when it says chocolate malt, it means chocolate malt. There is a chocolate malty component to this, and not like hoppy beer malts, like a malt, like from a malt shop. Like, you know, good Lord, why can't I think of this? Like an A&W, like a Dairy Queen, like the 50s, getting a chocolate malt. I only am familiar with the flavor of maltiness is because Starbucks had the strawberry malt or vanilla malt frappuccinos or something like that. Check Untapped. Oh, Untapped. What up, Untap? Tapped. Chocolate malt stout. Give it to me, Untapped. Okay, I can't find it quickly on Untapped, so I'm not going to pursue this any further. I'm assuming this is a good beer. Look, I don't need anybody else to verify my thoughts for me. This is a good beer. I'm standing by that. I like this a lot, Poon sauce. Chocolatey, malty. It's seriously, let me show you the can one more time so you can go run and buy this as fast as you humanly can, anywhere you can. Tastes like a chocolate milkshake. Ovaltine sounds like a laxative. Tastes like a chocolate milkshake. That's kind of unbelievable. I wish I had something chocolate to pair with this. I have nothing chocolate to pair with this. I can pair Jubbies with this. Jubbies. Let's pair some Jubbies with this. I got Jubbies in the Serpent on the double barrel V4. Been knocking this around. It's pretty cool. It's not everything I love about the double barrels, but it's pretty close. Why does that happen? Does that happen to literally anybody else? You pull it up to your mouth, you push the button, nothing happens. You hold it down, you push the button, nothing happens. You look at the screen, you push the button, and it fires. What is that? What? That just happened. Vaping is weird. Hey, that's great. That's actually a really good pairing. It's custardy and it's pairing nicely with that chocolate. But man, if I had a chocolate vape, that would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate. A chocolate tobacco vape. Someone do that. Eric, Eric, Vinyl and Vapor. We need a chocolate peanut butter. Peanut butter, Duchess. Peanut butter. Here, I have this peanut butter. Whoa, good call. Oh, is this battery dead? Oh, my battery's dead. This is a brand new 18650. How can that be dead? Let's try this one. I got it. I can't not taste this with peanut butter. I have to taste this with peanut butter. That was too good. Okay. Here we go. Peanut butter. Stop it. That's awesome. That is really good. This is PB Thick Shake, Mr. Breeze Tones, Frank and Atticus out of Straya. Chocolate malt stout. It's a milkshake in your mouth, you guys. Yeah, shakedown. Sorry, do I call it PB Thick Shake? I keep calling it PB Thick Shake. It is actually shakedown. It is actually shakedown. Real quickly, before we jump into those super chats, I am going to... Wait, this shouldn't be up here yet. Or maybe it can. I don't know. I am just going to real quickly tell you guys a few things that I've been vaping because it's been piling up again, and I'm not going to include everything because I've said this too many times to count on a stream. I like setting things up more than I like taking them down and cleaning them. So when things need to get cleaned, I just set them aside and I set something new up. It's a problem I have. With that said, I do have a few big single coils still going. As you saw, I got the double barrel V4 with the Serpent and some jubbies. The Jake Scrapwood, the Boule Bolu, the Reload Vapor with the big coil. That's still going. The RDA for vaping with the Sifu Mustache Roots, Banana Roots. That's still going. 2 billet boxes still going. They'll never go away. I do have a few things on my desk that are for review. Geek Vape stuff. I think there's a few videos out there for this Geek Vape stuff already. Holy shit, that's delicious. What 2 liquids are these? This is they both have dumb names. It's like M100, S100, something like that. This is Capiche from QP, and this is that apple liquid from last week's Very Random Liquid Tasting. They taste really good together. I like it so much, I'm going to do it again. Double toot. Fuck yeah. So those are for review. The Voopoo Drag X Plus Pro review as well. It's hard to badmouth Voopoo. This product is just so solid. I just wish their naming system wasn't so crazy. The Sepe with the Blotto single coil is probably my favorite thing on my desk right now. I got a crackly alien in there. It's just freaking amazing. Banana Cream Beauty on the inside. Stellar. This, all right, lastly, this has not barely left my hand. It's that new Reload, what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called. Complete, Supreme, Essential, Reload Essential, something like that. It's like a semi-mech lighty up button. That's the My Vapes Eclipse RTA on top, and that's that shakedown on the inside. It's just, I don't know. It's everything I love about a brass mech. In fact, this is the reason why I got out the Salvo and some brass mechs, because I wanted to set up like a brass mech combo after using this so much. Damn good. Damn hell ass good. Now, if you're asking about pods, Caliburn A2, Voopoo V-Through, Aegis Nano, heavy rotation on the Aegis Nano. Believe it or not, there is still a Havoc making the rounds. It leaves my desk sometimes. It gets out to the living room sometimes. Still a Havoc making the rounds. And I don't know if this is a thing. Soren Air Mod. Spectacular. Review for the Soren Air Mod coming soon, but those have been my pods of choice. If I had to pick one lately, it's honestly been the Soren Air Mod. Jake Scrapwood, honey bourbon tobacco on the inside, 12 milligram. Delicious. It's all I want to vape. It's all I want to vape. So that's really what I've been vaping. I get into this thing where I put setups together and now I just set them aside. So here's an example. This setup is not together. It's not built or filled. It's just something I want to vape. Typhon GTS4 on that mix. Maybe someday, maybe someday I'll get to building this and putting it together. This one I keep looking at too. I put the Type 2 on top of this Iato. Not built, not filled, not anything. It's just sitting there, just waiting. It's like, hey, maybe you'll set this up someday. Maybe you won't. You probably will, and you won't clean anything else out afterwards. Havoc. That's kind of incredible. All right, you guys. So that's kind of what I've been vaping. Let's jump into these super chats, and then we'll do some mail. No time. No time. No time. All right, super chats. Where'd you end up? This is ridiculous. Kevin K, how you doing, buddy? Here's 5 beans for pointing out we have the freedom to be dumb here in the USA. Yeah, enjoy your chocolate stout, you lucky duck, ya. Thank you, Kevin K. We do. That's one of the freedoms you are granted is the freedom to be dumb. I've gone on this tangent so many times. If you want to eat McDonald's every meal from now until the rest of your life in America, welcome to freedom. You can do that. You want to drink yourself to death? You're allowed to do that. You could drink a handle of vodka every night and no one will stop you. No one will stop you. Maybe your friends and family and people that care about you will stop you, but no authoritative figure is going to stop you. The person behind the counter at 7-Eleven is not going to stop you. Freedom. Horrible freedom. Frank, how's it going, bro? Grimm, how's it going? I missed last week's vlog, but I'm here today. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Frank. And for the record, Frank, I noticed that you were gone. Didn't I say, you guys? Didn't I say? I was like, where's Frank? I didn't even see Frank here this week. Just kidding. Steel Valley Vapors, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. We're going to sing happy birthday to Will from Steel Valley Vapors 100%. In fact, hang on. This is unacceptable. There might be some other birthdays because I have a birthday calendar. How do I see the most current birthday calendar? All right. What are we up to? Nope, that's it. It's just Will. It's just Will. We do have some other birthdays coming up, but listen, this isn't going to be just for Will. It's not just Will's birthday. It's a lot of people's birthday, and we're going to sing right after these super chats. Will, hope you're ready to be embarrassed, buddy. Dave Lloyd, Legion Vapes, Breeze Tones, and Friday Night Vape Club said to me, hey, Canuck, send $20 to the Yankee named GrimmGreen. So I said, okay, Dave Lloyd, I appreciate that, man. That's very gracious of you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you to give Legion Vapes, Breeze Tones, and Friday Vape Club $30. $30 back at you guys. In fact, I'll cover the other 10. You can do 20, I'll do 10. We'll one up them, Dave Lloyd. Joey Johnson, that's very gracious of you. Much love, Little Italy, buddy. Still waiting for that response for that business stuff. Here's the thing, Joey, I'm just all over the place. I'm trying my best. I will get back to you, I promise. Poon Sauce says, I feel like the Banana Cream Beauty would pair well with that beer. Look, you're the beer expert, Poon Sauce McNasty. You're the resident beer expert, so I'm going to go with your pairing. Yeah. That's a good one, Poon Sauce. Dang, that's a good one. Good on you. Kosher Koyo says, Grimm, the sepe is pronounced step, as in, can you please take a step forward? Either way, glad you're enjoying. Keep on. Is it really pronounced step? Is it really? Can I keep calling it the stepe? It's just fun. It kind of like when it was the Steppe, it had like a little personality. It was like, hey, look at me. I'm just Steppe. And now it's like, Step. Thanks for ruining my day, Kosher Coils, just raining all over my parade. I'm just kidding. Now I know the correct way to pronounce it, and I'll do that. Joseph, have you tried the nitrous RDA? I have not. It's impossible to get. I've been trying at every turn, every contact I can to get it. I can't get it. I can't buy it, can't get it. Everyone, it's like the new Valhalla Mini. For a while, everyone was just raving about the Valhalla Mini. I finally had to go buy one. It's going to be like that with this nitrous, isn't it? Haven't got to try it, Joseph, unfortunately. Wayne says, hey, bro, Wayne from West Australia, have you tried the beer MXPX has released? No, I didn't try the MXPX beer. I knew they released it. Didn't get to try it. I rarely get to try when bands release beers. It's always such like a limited short supply unless you want like, you know, the Iron Maiden Trooper beer. You can kind of get that anywhere. But like I have a bottle of the Clutch beer left. I never got to try the MXPX beer, even though I still am a huge MXPX fan. Appreciate that, Wayne. Appreciate you guys. Let's shift gears just a little bit, Geothermal. I'd like to get into the mail that we have because it's right here. Yeah. Nope. No. I can't believe you guys were going to let me get away with that. I cannot believe you guys were going to let me get away with that. It's Will's birthday. Will runs Steel Valley Vapors, the best damn vape shop in America. And I don't think that's a stretch to say that. Best vape shop in America. That's for you, Will. All right. Will, I love you, bro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Will. Glue Bag Bill. Steel Valley Vapors. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. I don't know how. Will, I thought I made this clear that you're going to skip around the room. Happy birthday, Will. Happy birthday, Will. Now that we've got that out of the way, I wasn't going to let that slip by. Now let's get into some mail. Okay, so we're here to do a little bit of mail, and like I said, it's literally just 2 packages, and that is perfectly fine by me. I don't need to have a cornucopia of packages every single week. I always enjoy a cornucopia of packages every single week, but I sometimes look forward to those weeks where it's like 2 packages, oh, maybe just 3? Okay, easy cleanup. You know, give me 1 or 2 days off a month, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Send packages. I want 1,000 packages. I'm just kidding. Hello, Sergio. How are you doing, bud? So like I said, 2 packages. One of them, so I kind of half opened this one because I didn't know exactly what it was until I saw the address on it and I saw who it was from. But this is a gift from, you guys know Michelle Mitten. We've had her on the TBN stream a few times. She is brilliant, A, awesome, D, and has great taste in movies, 3, I guess, or 4, it doesn't matter. So occasionally on Twitter, we'll talk about like, you know, really terrible horror movies, like schlocky action films, like B movies and stuff like that. Her and her husband have that similar, like they love terrible B movies and just terrible action movies. Like we were talking about Neil Breen. Are you guys hip to Neil Breen and his movies? Like just terrible things, terrible things. In fact, this is the terrible thing. We got into this conversation on Twitter and she's like, you have to watch this trailer. It's for a movie. It's for a movie called Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Don't you want to watch this literally right now? Hard Ticket to Hawaii, the classic action film Hard Ticket to Hawaii. This ain't no hula. No, it is not no hula. This is a QR code for the trailer of Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And Michelle just said, I have a Blu-ray of it. You want it? You want me to send it to you? Like, that would be amazing. Like, thank you so much. I have a Blu-ray copy of Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I'm really excited about this movie. I watched the trailer a bunch of times. I couldn't get enough of it. It was really funny. It was really funny. And honestly, my buddy Jerry is the one dude that like really got me into just weird movies, weird cinema, like stuff like Reanimator and Dead Alive and Scanners and stuff. And I like that kind of, I watched like Sleepaway Camp recently. Have you watched Sleepaway Camp? It doesn't hold up. Will, no matter what you say, Sleepaway Camp does not hold up. In fact, everybody has some homework tonight of it's on HBO Max, I think. Yeah, C-rated 80s action and horror movies. And so this is what, look at this. How do you not want to watch this? This ain't no hula. She's got like, look at this girl. She's got like a quadruple rocket launcher. Come on. Look at that. Look at that quad rocket launcher. Of course, when you're, an assassin in Hawaii, crop tops and stretch pants and white cowboy boots go a long way, apparently. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle Minton. Thank you. I'm overly excited about this. And I hope everybody has gone and watched that trailer. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Barbara. Yes. Why did you say that? It does sound like an adult. It sounds like a gentleman's pleasure movie. Okay. And now, lastly, it got a little bit dented. I'm going to cover up my address. It got a little bit dented. I believe this to be a gift. I believe this to be a gift from Dad Green. He said, I'll find it very useful. Hopefully it's not a prank. I don't think my dad would prank me. But then I also think he wouldn't not prank me. So maybe he knew this was going to arrive yesterday. He knew I was going to open it on the stream. All right, let's see what we got here. You're ridiculous. Yeah. Did you need one? If you live in LA, you need one. You can spray lukewarm water with a fan at your face. This is great. I might use this tonight. Can I use this in combination with hat fan? Spray fan? We got hat fan, we got spray fan. Na spray fan. Na spray fan. Spray fan. Spray fan. I don't know how to open spray fan. Na. Can't figure out spray fan. There's clearly 2 slots for batteries right here. I'm not sure if it's wired in series or parallel like that. Look at this little spray fan. I need this literally right now. This would be, if this was working right now, that would be incredible. I'm going to use this on future live streams. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that gift, Dad. Excellent. Spray fan. Spray fan. No. Spray fan. Spray fan. Spray fan. It's a glitter bomb. I know. Nephron, I could just see that. Just a card from my dad. Ha 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 ha. Don't even say glitter bomb because I don't even want to put that in people's heads. That's the last thing. If I opened a glitter bomb on this vlog, that would be it. That would literally be it. I'd be done. Nope. Retired. There's glitter in my camera lens. Like I would probably just straight up retire. Anyway, so that was it. That was the Vape Mail. And now, because Hard Ticket to Hawaii is going to be such an intense movie, I can sit on my couch watching Hard Ticket to Hawaii and misting myself with the fan. I've seen these sold at theme parks. I've seen ladies walking around Disney with these like hanging around their neck. It's like this. They just spray themselves, cool it off. Hard work. I do need I do need a utility belt. Tenacious TX Vapes are making an excellent point. Hat fan, spray fan, utility belt. I'm basically Batman. Basically just became Batman because of fan spray. Spray fan. Oh. I was like, oh, is this double walled? What is that, insulated? All right. All right, you guys. Well, I don't know that any other super chats came in. I don't know why I'm talking so weird. I don't know that any other super chats came in. So we'll save the rest of the super chats for after the news and advocacy. So let's do some, let's do some real quick news and advocacy. If you could ever, oh, that's right. I changed the name. It just says advocacy now. Advocacy, yeah. Advocacy, yeah. Let's whip through a few things here. The first thing we're going to talk about, Michigan, 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 the feelings forever. So here's some things that I learned about University of Michigan when I was, preparing for this segment. I learned that the University of Michigan, their sports team is the Wolverines. Wolverines. I don't really watch. So Wolverines, constantly ranked as one of the best schools in the country. University of Michigan, constantly one of the best schools in the country. They have a deep, rich STEM program, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. The USNWR's global program rankings consistently rank the University of Michigan's social science and public health programs as the 6th best in the world. 6th best in the world. I know that University of Michigan is home to Kenneth Warner, Dean Emeritus, and the Avitus Donabedian. The Avitus Donabedian Distinguished University Professor Emeritus at the University of Michigan School of Public Health. Ken Warner, Michigan School of Public Health. Current focus on preventing youth vaping could hinder adults' efforts to stop smoking. This is the official stance right now of the University of Michigan Wolverines. University of Michigan School of Public Health. University of Michigan School of Public Health. Ken Warner. This is a pretty big deal. Ken Warner, I mentioned this last week, but Ken Warner and 14 other past presidents of the Society for Research on Nicotine and Tobacco co-authored an article called Balancing Consideration of the Risks and Benefits of E-Cigarettes. This is legislation, I can't think of the word. Why can't I think of the word? Why can't I think of the word? Proposals, not proposals, but like recommendations. This is their recommendations to lawmakers and to legislators saying, hey, let's balance this. I mean, the whole idea behind this whole paper that was written and the whole current stance of the University of Michigan is we're looking at vaping in America going, whoa, what are we doing right now with vaping in the United States of America? We are focusing solely on youth use and the perceived risks to youth, which don't really even exist, instead of the literal countless, like 400,000 plus lives of smokers that die every year over year. We have the wrong focus right now, the complete wrong focus. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read this whole article, but I am going to read a little bit of it because you know me. But it's written really well, and it's sort of this back and forth question and answer thing. It's like, what prompted you writing this article? He says, in my 45 years in the field of tobacco control research, I have never seen an issue that is this divisive and maybe one that is as important to public health. What should people take away from this? What would you characterize as the risks associated with e-cigarettes? What are the benefits for adult smokers? What is known about the risks of youth e-cigarette use? You want to know what Ken Warner of Dean Emeritus of the University of Michigan, Wolverines! I promise I'm not going to do that every time. University of Michigan School of Global Public Health. You know what he thinks about the risks of youth e-cigarette use? Vaping does have risks for kids, including the potential of addicting some to nicotine. But in our article, we point to evidence that the percentage of kids being addicted to nicotine by vaping is much smaller than popularly believed. Sorry, it's the beer talking. We also note that while this is even in the dyslexic font, and I can't read it correctly. We also note that while prospective studies have found that vaping by kids who have never smoked increases their risk of trying cigarettes 6 to 24 months later, much of this may be explained by what is called common liability, meaning that kids who try e-cigarettes are more prone to risk-taking than kids who don't vape. So the former may be more likely to try e-cigarettes anyway, even if e-cigarettes had never existed. Hi, that's me. Welcome to me in 7th grade having a predilection towards cigarettes. I just wanted to smoke. I just wanted to. I was a risk-taking teen. I don't think we need to talk about car tag. I was a risk-taking teen. He goes on to say further, and very importantly, even if there is an increased risk, doing the math indicates that this factor would increase overall smoking initiation by kids, but only by a very small amount. However, even that seems unlikely since we've seen smoking rates fall among young people, both adolescents and young adults, at unprecedented rates precisely during the period of vaping's ascendancy. That certainly is not consistent with the idea that vaping increases smoking. This is an unbelievable article. This is an unbelievable article, and I'm encouraging everybody to read it, share it everywhere you can. This is a big deal, and literally nobody is talking about it. There's not even local news talking about this. Is any Michigan news talking about this from University of Michigan? Is there a Michigan news affiliate that has picked this up? CBS, NBC, ABC, nobody's picked it up. CNN, Fox News, nobody's picked it up. MSN, nobody's picked it up. So that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to amplify this. I keep thinking, how do I get Kenneth Warner in front of Raja Krishnamurthy? Because it's so frustrating. Scientists and professors are so frustrating because they're so reserved and rational. You know, we have Raja Krishnamurthy and Senator Dick Durbin and Janet Woodcock of the FDA just screaming on Twitter and in public and, dragging FDA in front of all of these hearings in front of Congress, screaming about youth epidemics and how much harm this is doing. And you have the Real Cost campaign talking about heavy metals and screaming about a youth campaign, youth vaping epidemic. Meanwhile, you have the truly smart people, the smartest people in the room, the scientists like Kenneth Warner, kind of sitting there and going, well, we would really encourage you to look, they take this very diplomatic, we would really encourage you to look at the science and take into consideration the balances of regulating electronic cigarettes, risk youth versus saving adults. And they're taking this really reserved stance. Meanwhile, politicians are just yelling, youth vaping epidemic, youth vaping epidemic. It's so frustrating. I want Kenneth Warner to be the one yelling. I want Kenneth Warner to be in Congress yelling at Raja Krishnamurthy talking about saving adult lives. But that's just not what's going to happen because he's a scientist, because he's a man of science, and it's because he's reasonable, and it's because he's rational. Rationable? Just made up a new word. All we can do, Rog, exactly, all we can do, our job is to amplify this message as loud as we can. That's all I'm trying to do tonight. That's why we have Michigan on the cover. That's why we're talking about Michigan now. I want to try to get Kenneth Warner and these 14 other ex-presidents of the SRNT, their message out. I mean, these are brilliant people that are now backing vaping. The University of Michigan, Kenneth Warner, public health, backing vaping now. It's our job to amplify this message, amplify it. So, in fact, I'm not going to read all this to you. But one thing I do want to do is I do want to hear from Kenneth Warner. In fact, we're going to sit for about, we're going to take a little bit of like a vape, beer, quick break, and we're going to listen to Kenneth Warner speak. Thankfully, on this article, there's like a little 4-minute video of Kenneth Warner right here. This is a screenshot from it. I didn't want to play the whole video on here because I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to take views away from the Michigan, from the Michigan YouTube. So we're just going to sit here. I'm going to mute my mic. We're going to listen to the audio of Kenneth Warner talking about balancing the risks of vaping with youth use versus actually saving adults. I don't necessarily 100% agree with all of like his policy recommendations. In fact, I would encourage you to listen to it, and then at the end we can discuss maybe if there was anything we didn't agree with. Maybe anything we didn't agree with? I see you there, Pam. Thanks for popping in. I'll see you on the replay. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Emeritus, University of Michigan School of Public Health, Kenneth Warner.
In my 45 years of working in the area of tobacco control, I've not seen any other issue divide the tobacco control community as much as this one has: vaping.
Welcome to the University of Michigan Lounge. Without any further ado, Kenneth Warner.
So we have really two groups. We have the group who are very much opposed to vaping because they see it as imposing huge risks on kids. On the other end of the spectrum, we see a number of researchers and members of the vaping community who believe that vaping is a great tool for helping people to get off of smoking. More than half of the public on surveys believes that vaping is as dangerous as or more dangerous than cigarette smoking. The major organizations that have studied this, like the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, have concluded that vaping is substantially less dangerous than smoking. One of the things that most people do not appreciate, it is burning tobacco. It is inhaling smoke, and specifically cigarette smoke, that causes nearly all of the tobacco-related disease and death throughout the country and indeed throughout most of the world. I, like many of my colleagues, believe that as a public health community, we have gone overboard on emphasizing the risks to kids and downplayed the potential of vaping to help adults who are smokers to quit smoking. Everybody wants to keep nicotine and tobacco products out of the hands and indeed the mouths of kids, and everybody wants to help adult smokers to quit. So we need to come up with a mix of policies that will address both of these objectives. Here are some policies that are well worth considering. We should significantly raise excise taxes on cigarettes and other combusted tobacco products. At the same time, we should impose a more modest tax on e-cigarettes. This will serve to discourage youth from buying e-cigarettes or from vaping, because they're the most price-sensitive group when it comes to nicotine and tobacco products. But by having a big differential in price between now very expensive cigarettes and less expensive e-cigarettes, we're creating an incentive for adults to switch to e-cigarettes. Obviously, we want them to understand that e-cigarettes are not harmless and that ideally they should quit vaping at some point after they are completely off of cigarettes as well. Our group would recommend that there be no marketing permitted to any adolescents or young adults. We believe the message for adults should be restricted to one of switching and should basically encourage them that if they are not able to quit smoking otherwise, they should switch to e-cigarettes. It is extraordinary to look at the data over the years since vaping got introduced. The American public's understanding of the risks of vaping has deteriorated over time. It has gotten worse. larger and larger percentages of American adults now believe that vaping is as dangerous as or more dangerous than smoking, which could not be further from the truth. But that's a result of the messaging that has kind of leaked out into society as a whole. We're not managing to target messages to the right groups. Smokers share the belief that vaping is dangerous. We need to get the message to adult smokers that vaping is a viable alternative if they're not able to quit smoking otherwise. As we continue to try to keep cigarettes out of the hands and mouths of kids, we must never forget the people who are the current smokers, the adults, the ones who are at immediate jeopardy of disease and death.
Kenneth Warner, Dean Emeritus, University of Michigan School of Global Public Health. Don't you want to just keep listening to him? I wish that video was 20 minutes long. I would listen to him talk about the risks of vaping and like this really reasonable, rational, I said it again, rational approach to it. I'm going to put a link down in the description. And best of all, that little 4 minutes that you just heard, that is its own YouTube video, which is included on here, easily shareable around. This guy's credentials alone should win people over, right? It should win people over. So shout out to Michigan, University of Michigan School of Global Public Health. And this is their official stance now as far as the University of Michigan goes. They are backing vaping. This isn't just a Kenneth Warner thing. This isn't just an SRNT thing, SRNT thing. It's a University of Michigan thing. So shout out to Michigan, University of Michigan, go Wolverines, Kenneth Warner. Woo! Yeah! Ken Warner, what a badass. In fact, we're going to leave Ken Warner's picture up here. Ken Warner is going to become the new Smack Nude Zach. Smack Nude Zach is going to go, and Kenneth Warner, we're going to shrink Kenneth Warner down, and Kenneth Warner is going to be the new Smack Nude Zach. He's just going to stay here the whole time. This vlog is officially dedicated to Kenneth Warner and the University of Michigan. Whoop, there he goes. Kenneth Warner and the University of Michigan. Cheers. This beer's for you. Thank you for thinking of the 480,000 adult Americans that are going to die this year from smoking-related diseases. Thank you. Thank you for not just using a child shield in front of your policy. Thank you, Kenneth Warner. I hope you see this someday. If I ever meet you, Kenneth Warner, which I'm going to meet all of my THR heroes. Yes, I am. I'm going to give you a high five. We're going to high five. We're going to high five. Smash that like button if you want to high five Kenneth Warner. So let's see. One more thing I wanted to mention. Besides the Smack and Nude Zach, this is right now the last moment that we have to do anything about this flavor ban in Canada. I'm going to have a link in the description. There's literally like 6 or 7 hours left on this. I'm going to throw some petitions down there. Back vaping, save lives, damn right. Right to switch, damn right. Right to vape.org, damn right. As well as CASA testimonials. Do your testimonials literally anywhere you can. Sign every petition you can. You know, there was a time where we could advocate with a little bit of a scalpel and go, this petition is useless. Let's do this call to action instead. We need to be doing everything always, always, forever, and always now, every single time. Every petition you see, sign it. Every testimony you can do it. That's just where we're at right now. That's just where we're at right now. So last thing, let me wrap this up. Don't have a watch on. I would like to read Greg Conley's review of The Big Vape, The Incendiary Rise of Juul by Jamie Ducharme. There were 2 books that came out recently about Juul. One of them was this, Big Vape. One of them was this, The Devil's Playbook. Greg Conley read both of them and did, maybe a little review. Maybe a little bit of a review. So I just thought I'd read Greg Conley's little review. It's just a quick little short Twitter thread. He says, about 3 years ago, Jamie Ducharme's Big Vape arrived in my mailbox. Excluding the notes section, it's just 260 pages, so it made for a quicker read than the substantially thicker The Devil's Playbook by Lauren Eder. Ducharme and Eder were both concurrently writing books about the same overarching topic, but both took different approaches. Big Vape is very much the story of Juul, not the stories of Juul, Altria, and angry, rich white parents like Eder's book. They complement each other well. Whereas Eder often comes off as overly sympathetic to the prohibitionist, Ducharme generally finds the right mix, antis as well as harm reduction advocates like David Abrams, Ray Naruya, Cheryl Helton, Clive Bates, Mike Siegel, Julie Wosner, Alex Clark, and myself are quoted. Not myself. Greg Conley is quoted in the Big Vape book. This Big Vape book, by the way, is the one that's getting turned into a Netflix mini-series. It's getting turned into a Netflix docu-series or something like that. It's the better, from what I understand, of the two books. Yo-yoy to you, Steve-O. I see you, bro. Bloomberg likely gets brought up in Ducharme's book more. What? Bloomberg likely gets brought up more in Ducharme's book than Eder. Ducharme discusses how his findings would have made it a big leap for anti-tobacco groups to embrace vaping, even if they want. Ducharme discusses how his funding would have made it a big leap for anti-tobacco groups to embrace vaping, even if they wanted to. This quote from Bloomberg Philanthropy's Dr. Kelly Henning on adults is notable. The top priority, we're reading right here, the top priority of Bloomberg Philanthropies is to protect kids, says Dr. Kelly Henning, who leads the organization's public health program. Whether or not there's a role for these products for older adults who are highly addicted, that's not the focus of our campaigns. The World Health Organization doesn't give a shit about adults. What? The World Health Organization don't give a shit about adults. Straight from the Big Vape book. He says their writing styles are different as well. Eder tries to paint vivid imagery, what the weather was the day of the meeting, for instance. Ducharme is much more straightforward and direct quotes, named and unnamed sources much more often. Greg says, that's more of how I write, not me, Greg Conley. He is writing a book, but I don't believe it's about vaping. He goes on to say, even though it's shorter, there are stories that Ducharme dug up that aren't in the competing book. Cheryl Helton trying to talk Juul out of doing youth education, and the Iowa Attorney General Tom Miller's advisory board, and the angry mother who showed up at Juul offices demanding to talk to Kevin Burns. Ducharme also does a substantially better job of covering EVALI. She actually talks about the public misperceptions that caused it. She discusses accusations that the CDC intentionally obfuscated what products were to blame without dismissing them, as if she knows the full truth. I don't only like to hear myself talk, I like to read myself talk, so here's my quoted contribution. Okay, Greg, well, seeing as how we're reading your review on the vlog, what did Greg say in the Big Vape book? They had a Silicon Valley mindset of, we're a tech company, we're not a tobacco company, says Greg Conley, president of the American Vaping Association. And so they hired very, very few people with experience in tobacco. Early on, if they had, Conley says they might have had on-staff people able to see where things were going and who would have never let a campaign with even a chance of drawing comparisons to big tobacco end up on a larger-than-life billboard in Times Square. You make an excellent point. Greg Conley. He says there's not very much for me to complain about. Juul made the mistakes they made. Vapors and smokers are now paying for it to this day, except for the founders and investors who got rich. It's a largely honest retelling of a sad story. For better or for worse, the story is the story, and I enjoyed it. For those who missed it, there's a Twitter thread on his review of The Devil's Playbook as well that I'll put down there in the description. I've been meaning to pick up this big vape book. The problem is, I've said this before a trillion times, I'm just dyslexic, and it's hard for me to read, and even with my dyslexic font on Chrome and on my Kindle, it still is a little bit of a struggle sometimes. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to read this, and in the meantime, I'm going to rely on Greg Conley. Maybe I won't read it. Maybe I'll just wait for the Netflix series to show up, because this is going to be a Netflix series, and from what I understand, at least according to Greg, it's actually not a terrible, terrible book. Terrible, terrible book. So that's Big Vape, the incendiary rise of Juul. Well, you know, that's it. That's the end of the news and advocacy. Let me throw one last thing out there. Manufacturers beware. The FDA is actively enforcing their RTA and MDOs. I personally know a manufacturing company that received an MDO on August 26th, and an FDA investigator with a badge showed up at their business on August 30th to make sure that they had ceased production. FDA is enforcing. So, Great American Vapor or Salon, you guys, just be careful. Just be careful. I don't know what's going to happen in a week. Next week is September 9th. The FDA is going to have to announce something about these PMTAs. We talked about this on TBN last week. If you want to know more about what's going on with the FDA, it's basically all we talked about for about an hour and a half on TBN last week. But I still believe that on or near September 9th, FDA is going to approve a Juul tobacco product for the protection of public health. I don't know that we're going to get menthol, and I don't know that we're going to get any flavors, but for sure, tobacco Juul is getting approved. I'm standing firm in that prediction. And this, even without flavors, it's still a pretty big deal for the FDA to say publicly that an e-cig is appropriate for the protection of public health, regardless of if it's in menthol or flavors or tobacco. Them admitting alone that the technology is appropriate for the protection of public health. That feels like a card falling out of the house. Feels like a card falling out of the house. Just like Scott Jenkins says, if you're enjoying the vlog, click that thumbs up button. Give this video a like, you guys. Let's wrap up. That's it for news and advocacy. I will put links to literally everything I talked about all down in the description right there. And again, I would just really encourage you, share Kenneth Warner with the world. It's hard not to love Kenneth Warner. Let's share Kenneth Warner and the University of Michigan and their stance on e-cigs and vaping with the world, because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. Super chats. Let's see what we got going on over here. There was a few. I saw a few come in. Just slipping slowly into that Ben Shapiro voice. Amy Man Brad. Great, Nick, great shows. Can you cover the Fox News Gutfield Pro Vape video from today in advocacy? I didn't see it. I saw it on Twitter. I didn't get to watch it. I got tagged in it on Twitter very shortly before the stream, so I didn't get to include it. I'll probably include it next week. It's not super surprising that Greg Gutfield did a pro vape thing on Fox News. Greg Gutfield is a vapor. He's been a vapor for years. He, at opportune times, will chime up. He chimed up during EVALI. He chimes up every once in a while and tries to, proselytize the good news of vaping. That's the only reason I follow Greg Gutfield on Twitter, is because occasionally he'll tweet about vaping. The problem is, it's like his reputation, Greg Gutfield's reputation, isn't great. It's like Rand Paul's reputation. It's not great. So these guys can stand up for vaping, but if their reputations in the eye of the public, optically at least, aren't great, then what they're saying is just going to upset people. That's just what's going to happen. Barbara Burgess, I made it. Shout out to all those displaced by Hurricane Ida and the wildfires. Love from the Grimm Army Vape Fam. Absolutely. Yeah, huge shout out to everybody in Louisiana. Sifu Mustache, I don't know if you're here tonight. All I was doing was thinking about you, bud. You're my dude I know in Louisiana, and I was just hoping, I'm like, please let Sifu survive this. Let his house survive this. Sifu Mustache, I'm glad you're okay. My mom had to get evacuated because of the fires in Lake Tahoe. I think the fire department in California was able to save their house, but they did get evacuated, and they haven't been home in like 2 weeks now. And that's a huge bummer. The hurricane going up the East Coast. The West Coast is on fire. FDA is trying to ban flavors. But Michigan, the feelings forever. Did nobody do the QR code yet? Should really get on that QR code. Kayazatsi? Kia Yahtzee. Kaya Yahtzee? Kia Yahtzee. I'm getting pretty close, aren't I? Hey, Grimm, first time watching live. Keep on vaping. First time watching live and I mispronounce your name 18 times in a row. I appreciate you being here. Fishy, YOYOY everyone. I can't even imagine Thursday without the vlog. This and the cool hangs are quite often the highlight of my week too, Fishy. While I do tend to be a bit of an introvert, I do consider you all friends. Fishy, the feeling is very mutual, bro. And I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I know that you're the guy at the show who's standing near the back with your arms crossed, and you're loving the show just as much as everybody else who's going bananas, but you're just a little bit more reserved. I get that. You stand in the back. You go like this. That's me. I do that. I do that, Fishy. Ampersand says, hi, Grimm. Welcome back. Just caught up on your last vlog this past weekend. Been liking the occasional themed vlogs. Having a great Labor Day weekend. Replay crew, Ampersand. Appreciate you very much. Planning on having a good Labor Day weekend. I'm going to lay off the theming of vlogs. It's something, I just like doing it every once in a while. And we had back-to-back themed vlogs. It was like safety vlog, Michigan vlog. I think next week, maybe we'll be back to normal, but you never know. It's fun. I like thinking of like dumb little themes. Dumb little themes for the vlog. Would you guys like to either retro vape, liquid taste, or review a vape thing that we've never even tried before? I kind of want to taste the liquid. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right now? Fuck the system. Let's get to know GrimmGreen. Smack dab in the middle of the vlog. Let's get to know GrimmGreen. Going to talk about music. Okay, we're going to talk about heavy music. I ran a poll here that I just ended. It was up there in the chat the whole time. Do you like heavy music? Do you like heavy music? Wait, what's this, Duchess Coils? Happy birthday to Frames come Tuesday, September 7th. Listen, I sang happy birthday. Does Frames want a happy birthday right now? You say jump, I say how high, Duchess. That's how this works. I'll sing happy birthday twice tonight. I don't even care. Disregard the constable. Duchess, you can't boss me around. I'll sing it 3 times. So let's just do Crowbar real quick. How about that? We're talking about Crowbar tonight, and I asked the question, do you listen to heavy music? Do you? How do you define heavy music? I don't know. I would define heavy as Crowbar. Crowbar is a band that I think is probably one of the most underrated bands of all time. They're easily one of my favorite bands of all time, and they're just really underrated. And when I think of heavy, if someone says, what's heavy? It's Crowbar. There's no other answer. I think Crowbar is heavy. The definition of heavy, musically and sonically heavy, I think they're the definition of heavy. Now, heavy doesn't, cover all metal, rock, whatever genres of music. Some you could argue that death metal, you could argue that Morbid Angel or, Lorna Shore, that's a modern band. Lorna Shore, you could argue that Lorna Shore is really heavy. And I would argue that they're really, really heavy. But I feel like death metal is more fast, thrashy, brutal. I don't know if I would call it heavy. When I think of heavy, I just think of Crowbar. These guys are heavy. This album, Oddfellows Rest, came out in 1998. And I had no idea who Crowbar was in 1998 because you see, old GrimmGreen in 1998, I was deep into the church, deep into that, evangelical Christian phase. I was doing nothing but listening to all Christian music all the time. All Christian music all the time. I was Ted Haggard. I was in the church. I was in the church. I was not listening to any ungodly secular music, That's just where I was at. And then, whatever, things happen. Fast forward to the year 2003. And I am joining this band named the Swamp Donkey. And my buddy Mark Moots has burned a whole shoebox full of CDs for me. Yes, this is a Mark Moots album. Oddfellows Rest from Crowbar was in there, and Crowbar was a band in the shoebox that I recognized. There weren't a lot of bands in there that I recognized. I'm flipping through, I'm like, Orange Goblin, Place of the Skull, The Obsessed. Like, I don't know any of these. Acid Bath, I never heard of any of these bands, but Crowbar was one that I went, oh, okay, wait. I think I know this band. I think I've heard of this band before. This album is incredible. This album turned my life upside down. So we're going to put 2 songs on the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. Arguably, Crowbar's most popular song is Planets Collide. That's the second track on this. We're putting Planets Collide on the playlist. We're also putting, oh my God, I don't know what other song to do. They're so good. I think we're going to do 1,000 Year Internal War. I think we're going to do 1,000 Year Internal War and Planets Collide. Listen to Planets Collide and tell me if you think it's heavy, because it feels to me like Crowbar is the audio equivalent of listening to like someone sinking into tar. Like, that's what Crowbar feels like to me. It feels like I'm trying to walk through like 3 feet of tar and mud, and it just keeps pulling me down. It's so heavy that it just feels like tar. It feels like they're making guitars made out of molten tar. It's just so heavy, and sonically, like the way it's mixed and mastered and produced, it just adds to this sonic heaviness. It's like nothing I've ever heard. And Kirk's vocals, come on. Kirk has some of the best vocals in metal. They are technically a sludge metal band. Crowbar, one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Ray says Cradle of Filth. I would say that Cradle of Filth has some heavy parts, but I don't know that I would call Cradle of Filth like a heavy band. They're pretty heavy. I don't know if I call them like heavy band. Sludgy tar metal. That's what I'd call this. Tar metal. Okay, New Wave Dave, I'll cop to that. Slayer rules, all others kneel. Okay, there you go. But we got Crowbar. I couldn't pass this up. I bought this record. It's the cool splattery black and white vinyl Oddfellows Rest. Like, that is rad as hell. And I'm not going to not have this in my collection. Easily one of their best records. Easily one of my favorite records. Crowbar, Oddfellows Rest. This was one, it's like you see the record and you know that you're not going to be without it. You're like, I'm buying that. You're listening to Planets Collide right now? Stylish one? Fuck yeah. Watch the planets collide. Watch the planets collide. God, it's so good. Listen to more heavy metal. Here's your homework. Besides watching the Hard Ticket to Hawaii trailer, go listen to some Crowbar. I'll have the link down in the description to the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. But what I would like to do right now is do a very, very, very random liquid tasting. Hang on, sorry. Tonight might be a little bit interesting, perhaps. So we're going to do a little liquid tasting. I'm going to put a poll in the chat, and you guys are going to vote on what gets tasted tonight. It changes every single week now. We used to have some consistency to this, like Ones that didn't get it, they came back next week. That is off the table now. No, that's not entirely true because one of them does keep coming back because I kind of want to taste it. So we're going to do, I don't know, cake and the last one is, in fact, both of these have been here last week. Okay, so your choices for the very random liquid tasting this week is going to be Testing Grounds. It's the BC. Oh, that is some carrot cake. And oh, snap, that is some hot glass blue raz action. So please vote on the poll right now. It should be popping up in the chat any second. Ben Shapiro, don't forget about that. It's www.GrimmGreen.com. That's www.GrimmGreen.com. Glass is off to a pretty surprising start there. Let's see where this heads. Carrot cake. Oh, carrot cake. People want to see the carrot cake. People don't want to see blue raz. Testing Grounds BC. Testing Grounds? Huh? Testing Grounds? Carrot cake? Keep voting. Keep voting. Keep voting. I'm going to finish my beer. Keep voting. Keep voting. I'm going to finish my beer. Chasing Clouds and Flavor Reviews. Put it in the vote. Vote. Don't tell me in the chat. Mallory Gates. Blue Raz. Carrot cake is going to win this, isn't it? Keep voting. Keep voting. And after you vote, hit the like button on this video. Thumbs this video up. Give me this. BC for the win. Duchess is pulling for BC. I feel like you vote for BC every time, Duchess. Every time. I really think carrot cake's going to take it. I'm going to give it another few seconds. Give it another 30 seconds or so. I know, Jay. We'll get there someday, bro. We'll get there someday. All right. Well, we're going to end this poll right now. And the winner was Carrot Cake Diner. Developed DIY. DevelopedDIY.com. This is Carrot Cake. I'm skeptical of carrot cake. I'm not going to lie. I'm real skeptical of carrot cake. Real skeptical of carrot cake. And the reason being, I've mixed liquids and I've tried many carrot cake concentrates. Many carrot cake concentrates, and none of them have been delicious. Kind of tastes like carrot cake a little bit, you know? Kind of tastes like carrot cake. Hang in there, Overdrip. Hang in there, bro. I'm pulling for you every week. It kind of tastes like carrot cake. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit too much. I have a feeling it's going to be real cloyingly sweet. But we're going to try it anyway. This is the Scion RDA from QP Designs. And we're just going to be trying it. I picked this RDA because I just need to use it more. I haven't been using it because I haven't been really enjoying it, and it doesn't get used, and that's not fair. It needs to get enough use to at least get like a full review. So I took the coils that I had in here out, and I put in some 2.5 millimeter. What were these? Coil turd aliens? I think these are coil turd aliens. In fact, I'm very sure they're coil turd aliens. Yeah, 0.18. In fact, these were coil turd aliens that I had previously used, and I guess I liked them so much that I put them back in the packaging because I pulled out a little, the little coil turd, what everybody packs their coils in, and they were already like glowed and used. So I just put them in this RDA. Yep, there it is. 0.18, let's do at least 76 watts. I just haven't been having a good time with this Scion RDA. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this RDA that I'm not falling in love with. Boosh. Carrot cake. Let me have a toot. Let's see how this goes. All right. All right, developed DIY. Here's the thing. I'm just going to sit and vape with this just for a second, and we'll come back and talk about it. I will be right back. I am sorry, developed DIY. I am sorry, but this is not a great carrot cake. To be fair, carrot cake is a hard flavor to do. It's not an easy flavor. Cake, carrot cake, cream cheese frosting, it's a hard flavor to do. It's just real difficult, and I don't know, I can't tell what's going on here. It doesn't taste like carrot cake. It tastes weird, like potpourri weirdness. I can't taste any carrot cake in it, unfortunately. The liquid itself absolutely tastes like carrot cake. Absolutely tastes like carrot cake. The liquid itself, when you knuckle it, tastes like cream cheese frosting and carrot cake. When I vape it, it tastes like carpet potpourri. If you could make a potpourri out of pieces of carpet and tree bark, that's what this tastes like. It's sweet. It's sweet carpet and tree bark, but it tastes like carpet potpourri. I'm not trying to sound overly harsh or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I taste. It tastes like carrot cake on your knuckle. It does not taste like carrot cake any other place than on your knuckle. I'd like to try some different versions of carrot cake. It definitely has a potpourri-ish carpet. I just think of carpet potpourri. Tastes like carpet potpourri, or like almost like a scented candle, like a candle, like a potpourri candle. It's not horrible. Like, it's not disgusting. It just doesn't taste like carrot cake, and it's a little bit potpourri-ish. I'm sorry. That's a thing that happens. Perfumey, candly, and potpourri is something that happens just in e-liquid. And it's happened to me more times than I even care to mention, where I'm mixing up something I think is awesome, and then I vape it and I go, oh, that's a candle with perfume on it. Awesome. Just the flavor profile I was going for. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe this would be better in something less cloud chasey, something with lower wattage, maybe something restricted lung. I'm not really sure. As it stands right now, can't get on board with the carrot cake. Cannot get on board with the carrot cake. I'm going to put this in like the YOYOY area. So if any of my YOYOY Cool Kids Club want to try out the carrot cake, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Well, damn it. Well, damn it. That's okay. Well, damn it. That's okay. Because what I'm going to do right now, I want to build that Salvo RDA. Let's just do it. Let's do GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that... I don't know why I talk when I'm far away from it. Let's do... Actually, I don't think I saw any super chats come in. Okay, there were a few super chats. I apologize. We'll get over there. David? Was that where I left off? David? Nope. Dick Roller? Nope. Man, I'm way back here. Omar, Duchess. That's right, Duchess. Happy birthday to Frames. Happy birthday to Frames. Happy birthday to Frames. Happy birthday to Frames. Happy birthday, Frames Janklin. Happy birthday to you. Frames, skip around the room. Prove that you did it too. Prove that you skipped around the room. Omar, that's very gracious of you. I want to hug you, Grimm. I want to hug you too, man. Let's hug. Derek says, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone is being good and having a great night. We're being good. We're being good, Derek. I appreciate you being here, bro. Having a great night. Dick Roller. How can we not be having a great night when Dick Roller's here? If you're looking for some amazing new Screamo, check out If I Die First. They have 2 EPs and a split EP with CU Space Cowboy. All awesome. My favorite thing, Dick Roller, apart from all of that, I have never heard of any of those bands. And that is one of my favorite things of all time. If I Die First. All right, hang on. Let me at least search for this band on Spotify so that I can get to their artist page. If I Die First. If I Die First. Oh, what's up, If I Die First? Yeah. Just looking at this band, it's something I can tell I'm going to be into. Appreciate that, Dick Roller. That's cool as hell. David says, hashtag replay crew, just checking in. Cheers. Hope all is well. David, we've been having a great vlog, bro. I hope you like the replay as much as we like doing it live. All is well, Dave. Ryan says, it's awesome to be hanging out and getting away from this crazy world. Sorry to be away for a while. Super busy. Keep on rocking, bro. Ryan, I'll keep rocking if you do. That's the deal. That's the deal, and I'm sticking to it. It is a little bit of a crazy world, isn't it? Feels real crazy. Literally everything going on right now is crazy. I can't believe some of the things I'm hearing that are going on right now. It's just like, what? Is this real life? Is this our planet right now? Is this really what we're doing? All right. Hey, that's fine. I'm glad that we can have a place here on YouTube in the GrimmGreen vlog where we don't have to think about any of that shit other than sometimes flavor bans. But otherwise, no, the outside world is not effing allowed in here. Sexy King Phil says, sorry I'm late. Call of Duty called my name. Listen, I've told you before, Sexy King Phil, when Call of Duty calls your name, you go play Call of Duty. I keep threatening up and down I'm going to get a new Xbox and fight you guys on Call of Duty. I can make that happen. Don't think I can't. New Wave Dave. Crowbar is great. Yes, Crowbar is great, but I usually thrash to sitar music from India. I'm sorry, I'm baked. Yak Bong! Hey, New Wave Dave, that's perfectly allowed. I haven't really got into any of the hardcore sitar scene, but it sounds pretty dope. Part-time Vapor. Hi, I got here late, voted and watched the tasting. Now back to bed. I will watch the replay. Part-time. Look at Part-time Vapor being a trooper. Just showing up, voting on the liquid tasting. He's like, all right, fuck that. Back to bed. That's spectacular. That's spectacular. I wrestled a bear once. Ray, don't talk about I wrestled a bear once. I used to really like them. Also the Melvins. Also, Ray, we seem to have a lot of messages. We have a lot in common. Maybe, Ray. Anyway, let's do, would you guys like to retro vape or salvo? I really want to set up that salvo. Let's salvo. Let's review something I've never tried before. GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I have to pee. I have to take a bio break. I'm sitting here antsy and fidgeting in my seat. I'm like, gotta go pee. I gotta go pee. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll leave you guys with Yak Song. The problem is I have to run to the far bathroom now because it's just a thing that's happening. I'll explain later. I'm going to leave you with Yak Song, and I will not be back before it ends, and you're going to be sitting in silence looking at Dwayne's face for a really long time. Really long time, just so you know. In fact, here, no, we'll loop it. I'll loop it until I get back. I'll punish you with Yak Song on a loop until I get back. This is going to be great. Backwards Yak Song on a loop. I've just been giggling this whole time thinking about Yak Song backwards, like on a loop. You guys are just sitting here like, what the fuck? Why is Yak Song backwards on a loop? Oh shit. All right, let's do this salvo because I've been polishing some mech mods. GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. So last week we got this Salvo RDA. The Salvo, yeah, broadside, straight up Supply Co. Interesting story though here with the Salvo. Here, hang on, let me get this camera going so you guys can see up close. But Michigan feelings forever. I polished this up, the broadside. I grabbed out my broadside 1 of 1 brass mechanical mech mod. And like I said, I was really inspired by this reload guy. This reload like semi-mech. Really just, I wanted to hold a brass tube in my hand. So I polished up my 1 of 1 broadside, GrimmGreen edition broadside. It does have that like slightly annoying 510 pin. It's like a double 510 pin on the inside. It's like a, I don't know, like maybe very slightly annoying. But I thought the Salvo is going to be a great topper for this mech mod. And I want to show you something. That's the 28 millimeter cap. This, what? That's the 24 millimeter cap or the 25 millimeter cap? I don't quite remember. Can you see the difference? Oh shit, you might not be able to see this. Let's see if I can do this without getting my hands in the way. Do you see the difference in the color on the top cap? Do you see how the one that's outside of the box is much more like white gold and the one inside the box is much more goldy gold color? That's just because I polished it. I was on a mech mod polishing spree the other day, as was evident on my Instagram, and I was polishing up this broadside and I put the Salvo on it and the finishes didn't match. The Salvo was really brass colored, really gold brass looking colored, and when I put it on here, it just didn't match. Focus. I know you have trouble focusing on shiny things. It didn't match until I polished it, and then I felt like I polished off all the gold color on it. And now it's more of like a white goldy, like almost stainless looking. It's interesting. I've never seen anything like that. I've never polished off a gold color before from a brand new atomizer. Why do I hate you that much? Why do I hate you so much, Sally S? I don't hate you at all. Never would. Never could. Never could possibly. What, are you crazy? So we're going to put this on a broadside, obviously. First things first, though, I learned my lesson. We're going to build this on a regulated device. And we're going to build it on the Guar mod, on the Guar box. Sally, why do you think I hate you? That's not okay. That's not okay. Salvo RDA. The deck is, I don't know, you tell me. Got the notch in the front. It's a little Turkish, I guess. 2 post. That's it. 2 big posts, notch in the front. Not really an adjustable AFC, but you can have an adjustable AFC, kind of like the Turk, where you twist it and close it off a little bit, but you're closing it off with the side of the deck there. Closing it off with the side of the deck. I'm excited to build this. Oh, geez. Do I not have the right tools? Apparently, I don't. Michigan, the feeling's forever. I can't believe you guys don't know the Michigan song. Michigan, the feeling's forever. Big post holes. Big, like, teardroppy shaped post holes. Big teardroppy shaped post holes. I believe I can fly any time of year. Bum, bum, dun, dun, dun. So, I have 2 Twisted Timmy's coils here. Remember Twisted Timmy's coils sent me some coils? He's quite the popular builder on Instagram. People really vouch for this guy's coils. So, I feel like I have to try some out. I don't know if those are going to reach, so let's see if these are going to reach. This is a 3mm. This is a, whatever that says, Fralin V2 NI80, 3mm, 0.11. Should be, honestly, perfect. Perfect for a single battery 21700 mech tube. Yeah, these are just going to fall right in there. Is there much easier than building an RDA? Nope. Maybe if it was a single coil RDA. Maybe if it was a single coil RDA. Do you feel like we need chill beats? I miss having the lo-fi chilled beats. Those are my favorite. I miss this song. I miss it. Oh, I don't hate you, Chasing Clouds and Flavor Reviews. I'm eyeballing this, of course. Yeah, that looks good. I always just eyeball my leads and, you know, I cut them and I let them go flying across the room. It's just the way it works here. I guess I should position this, see if I did this correctly before I cut the other one. Yeah, it'll work. And these Fralians, man, I know what goes into these, having that, getting that Fralian, and they are a thick wire. These really rocket off of here when you trim them. Full Russian hacker. Just a simple little 2-post deck. I don't know what else you can say about it. Going to put both leads in there. They're going to be cockeyed and crooked for a second, but that's only because I just have to tighten these down. Oh God, why did I put away the... Now I can screw them down. Oh, that might be a little too long of a lead. This is fine. This will be fine, Salvo. Salvo RDA. And here's the thing. We've seen this design before, like a trillion times, haven't we? Just a big 2-post deck? I feel like I've vaped dozens of just big 2-post decks. Dozens of big 2-post decks. Boosh? Is that a boosh? Oh, that's almost a boosh. I'm just glad you can fit 3mm coils in here. So many builders build 3mm coils. I'm just glad they can fit in here. We gotta try to position these a little bit better in front of that airflow. There we go. That is ready for Instagram, suck a fish. What is this reading right now? Oh, 0.1. Perfect. We're gonna do some pinching and pulsing. Pinching and pulsing and strumming and pinching. Pinching and pulsing and strumming and pulling, pinching and pulsing. There we go. Beautiful, Clark. Fuck yeah. Dude, Twisted Timmys. Those coils glow evenly and quickly. Oh, a little hot spot there. Precision. Twisted Timmy's coils. Precision. Zhup. Not a very glamorous shot, is it? Oh, maybe a little hot spot there still? Yeah, alright. Alright, fine, Twisted Timmy. Cotton bacon. Just using some cotton bacon prime here. This is one of the packs at the bottom of the pouch. 3mm? Alright. Let's eyeball. It's my favorite thing to do. Eyeball everything all day long. Oh, this is too thick. Damn it. Damn it. Well, that's what I get for eyeballing, you know? Do I even... I don't know if I have a liquid picked out for this. Yeah, buddy. Hot. Don't worry. Safety first. We're not venting any batteries tonight. We're not hard shorting anything. That's why I chose a mech mod with a 510 pin in it. I don't even want to risk running a mech without a 510 pin. No hybrids. No hybrids. No hybrids. My finger is just now healing enough to, like, use it. Oh, this is too much cotton, damn it. I think this is too much cotton. Aha! It wasn't. Dang. This building here looks nice. These wicks look... I mean, I'm very happy with how these went in. The really good resistance pulling it through those coils. Oh, let's see. Got kind of high hopes here for the Salvo. Boosh like that. Boosh like that. Kind of do that, like you grab it and tuck it under. You just tuck it. Whoops. Fuck, Salvo, what are you doing to me, bro? Okay. All right, Salvo. What's up, Salvo? Ern trying to get me to do the pork roll. The pork roll is for people with patience, Ern. Shout out to Twisted Timmy's for the Fralian V2s. Now, Rich Kids of Instagram, Rich Kids of Instagram, Rich Kids of Instagram. That's what we should put on there. Should we put Rich Kids of Instagram on this? No, I can't do that. How about some Smacks Peach Slide? How about some Smacks Peach Slide? Can we bleh? Not exactly, but it basically mimics that Kong. You know, a 2-post is kind of like that Kong RDA with the juice flow hole through the center of it. I just don't want this to turn into a pop and paint situation. Whoops. Good lord, man. You get juice everywhere but on your cotton? Maybe. Maybe if you really try. Maybe. Alright, Salvo RDA. Come on, buddy. Don't let me down. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's get this onto the top of the mech. Threads are really nice. Really nice on the Salvo, really nice on the broadside. I forgot how nice these threads are. OG. OG broadside. Okay, now. Oh, it's an 18. Are you kidding me? No, it's a 27. Yeah. Crazy. It's a 2700. Okay. I'm not crazy. It's a 2700. Oh, nice and snug. No gaps. It's a freshly polished brass mech, so... Oh, testing grounds, damn it! Why didn't you say something earlier, Ern? Speak up! That's okay, that's my bad, not your bad. Let's see. Yeah, firing, no gap. That is perfect. The Salvo fits perfectly on this broadside. Almost like it was made for it. Boosh. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Salvo, broadside, broadside Admiral. My 101 GrimmGreen. It's hitting. Yeah. It's going. This is great. Okay, chill beats. You can go away while we vape the Salvo. Oh, overdrip. Why didn't I really regret that. I have to verbally, publicly apologize to Overdrip. I should have been looking in his direction for some liquid for this. Damn. What are you gonna do? You survive with some peach slide. Worst comes to worst. Well, I can just re-wick it, get some Overdrip BC in here. Love the Admiral. God, wish I didn't get liquid on it. I was overly confident there. You have to check like every nook and cranny of your finger for any liquid, and like there's if a little drop of liquid, a microscopic drop of liquid will just spread itself all over your shit. All over. You just keep smearing it and keep smearing it. Okay, broadside, Salvo, Cali Claw technique right here. Let's see how you do, Salvo. Great. So when I actually go to vape it, it's not going to fire. Safety first. Safety first. So let's think about what could be going wrong right now. Nothing, because when I press it, it fires. It's just when you want to vape it, it doesn't fire. Okay. Okay, Salvo. Okay, Salvo. Here's what I'll say about that. Salvo, the airflow full open right here is too much. So much airflow. Crazy good amounts of airflow. I don't want to say too much. I want to say I haven't felt something like this airflow since, like, you know, the CCI Cloud Chasers Inc. Cloud Chasing RDA's days. RDA's days. Flavor's pretty rocking on this. This is just a big Cloud Chasing RDA. I wouldn't put anything under 3 millimeters in here. In fact, I would put like 3.5 millimeter coils in here. Really take advantage of the space you have inside this deck. This airflow is giving me an experience that I haven't really like felt before. It's like spongy-ish. Spongy-ish. It's like a cross between hollow and spongy. It's spallow. Sometimes just from hearing, an airflow, you can kind of get a sense of how it's going to feel. See if you can hear this airflow. It feels spallow. It feels spongy, hollow, spallow to the bone. I am getting literally less than zero crackle from this. Maybe that is high. Maybe that is what is weird to me. I haven't had this crackle free of a vape. It feels like a sub tank that's an RDA. It feels like I'm vaping the Aegis Nano. No crackle, just like that smooth airflow. That's what this feels like. Better flavor. All right, let's turn this airflow down a little bit. I am really enjoying this. I'm going to turn the airflow down to just some slots. Like this. Those slots. Those slots. Was that about halfway? I guess that's about halfway. Whoa. Wow, that was really restricted. All right, that might have been a little too restricted. That went from Cloud Chasers Inc. to the HAR in like one little twist right there. Did you hear the little bit of whistling there? If I drag really hard, you can get it to whistle. But I'm not going to do that. You know, I don't want to do that. I just want to keep my fingerprints off of this thing. There's a little bit of, I was purging it, so little juice specules were coming out of the airflow all over the place. Whoa, all right. So that's okay. I'm just going to say that that's a pretty, those O-rings, bro. Oh, let's try it again just for dramatic effect. Oh, so the O-rings on the top are a little bit weak. It's not the end of the world. Although if weak O-rings upset you, this might upset you. Okay. That's fine. Okay. It's just not firing. And I know it's just the pin on the inside. That's the annoying thing about this Admiral. At least with the 510 pin. What the fuck? This Admiral, you should be working perfectly. You should be working perfectly. Thank you. Thank you. That it's just that 510 pin on the inside. It's one of those double threaded guys where you have to get it just right. One little quarter turn too much, it's not going to fire. One quarter turn too less, it's not going to fire. Okay, broadside. Okay. Keep up the good work. Hey, at least I'm safe, you know? At least I'm being safe. Why does it fire when I take the top cap off? Why does it fire when I take the top cap off? Okay. Big flavor, big creamy, cloudy RDA. Pretty nice flavor, big and cloud chasey. That's how I would describe it. It's got really swooshy airflow, but it does have this weird, like, spongy, hollow thing going on. Just a big 2-post deck, real easy to build on. 3mm coils, 3.5mm coils. You'll be good to go. Oh. Dude, okay. Cloud chasey. That's just cloud chasey, and it looks cool, and I'm willing to put up with that weird finicky little pin in there. It just makes no sense why in the middle, just randomly, it'll stop firing. And it'll stop firing when I take off the top cap too. The Salvo. All right, you guys, here's my 10 toot impression on the Salvo. It's a 2-post deck RDA. It does come with an extra top cap if you want to make this into like a big 28, 30. I think it's a 28mm top cap on there. I polished the gold completely off of mine. It's easy enough to build, easy enough to wick, leave the airflow full open, and it'll feel like you just went in a time machine to 2016 and you're in a cloud comp at Flawless Vape Shop in Buena Park, California. It's not getting warm. I'm really enjoying this vape. Really tremendously enjoying this vape. Mostly because I haven't had an RDA on like a tube mech in a while. And that just feels good. Just feels damn good. All right, Salvo. Well, shit, the Salvo might be worth a look. If you're looking for like a new cloud chasey RDA, big coils in there. I know. I'll be careful chasing clouds. I appreciate you, bro. Big 2-post deck. What can I say any more times? Easy to build, easy to wick. It's not really super conducive to blowing your juice. This has, it's a 2-post deck, so you have to pump and wait, or you can pop and paint too. And that rhymed, and you know it rhymed. Feels warm. It's definitely, the RDA itself gets warm, and that is just conducting heat down through the whole mech mod. I know it's not the battery. Getting a little bit warm, but I've been chain vaping it. Damn. I'm pretty impressed with that Salvo. I wasn't expecting that excellent of a vape from it. I don't know what I was expecting. I had no expectations. That's interesting, Salvo. You can pick those up at Straight Up Supply Co. They have a Facebook group. Facebook has been cracking down a lot on things like hate speech, misinformation, and I've noticed that some groups on Facebook, some VAPE groups on Facebook, are not using the word vape. If they say the word vape, they space it out, VAPE, with a space in between each one. So Facebook algorithms aren't looking for you. So, something to be aware of here in this new thriving black market. You guys want to do, what time is it, 6:30? Let's do a real quick retro vape, man. Let's do a real quick retro vape, because I got this thing that I want to vape. Let's see if there's any more super chats that came in. Maybe we'll have to end it with the super chats. Maybe we can get this retro vape in there. That's right. We baby Seamus. This is a crazy world we are in right now. We all need to take a deep breath, have a toot of some water Malone, and remember we will get through this together. Yo-yo kids rule the world. I'm not going to argue with you there, baby Seamus. Hashtag Grimm Army. Hashtag Yak Bob. I appreciate you, wee baby Seamus. And yeah, we will get through this together. This is something my dad always says. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. It'll be years from now, and we're going to talk about quarantine and lockdown and COVID and Texas, and it's just going to be a dumpster fire of a docuseries about these last few years. But I do believe we'll get through this together, wee baby Seamus. Part-time, my favorite segment, bed can wait 15 more minutes. Oh, part-time vapor, I didn't mean to keep you awake. I didn't mean to keep you up, bro. Sorry. Ryan says, sounds like a summoning of the vape juice flavor gods on that loop. That's what it is. Backwards, yeah. Is Jubbies allowed? I don't know, Derek. I can't say for sure, but I've noticed that some people on Facebook have been spelling vape, V-A-P-E, with the spaces in between it. Exactly, Fishy. It can't not. It's too big. It's too global. People that are worried about the demise of vaping, don't. There's no demise of vaping. We're going to have a really robust and booming gray and black market for probably another year or two. But this September, I'm telling you, FDA is going to announce that vaping is appropriate for the protection of public health. And it's just going to blow the world apart. Blow the world apart. Matt Meyer's head's going to explode. That Chris fellow in the super chat says the Salvo is just a Culverin RDA with a bigger juice well and no longer hybrids to the broadside. Is it? It's been a really long time since I've used the Culverin. Why didn't they just hybrid it to the broadside? I would have loved the Salvo 1,000 times more if it hybridized to my broadside. I haven't used my broadside in so long because this 510 pin annoys me so much. I only really liked using my broadside Admiral when I had the Culverin on top that could hybridize to it. That's interesting to know, Chris. Is that speculation or do you have a source on this? I don't know if I can trust you. I'm just kidding. Jennifer Williams, that's very gracious of you as well. Let's do I have to do this retro vaping. This is a wacky ass retro vaping. Wacky ass. I kind of forgot that was in backwards motion still. I'm gonna get some. I think there's enough in here. Some little 12 milligram. So we have another retro mod with same retro mod we had last week. It's that DNA Beyond Vape DNA 30, and this is really just for shits and giggles. If we were gonna shit ourselves and giggle a little bit, it's gonna be over this. I saw this in a box and I couldn't not pull it out. This is a cartomizer tank, dude. This is a mother trucking cartomizer tank. I believe this was a Chinese-produced cartomizer tank because... How did you fill it? It unscrewed from the top? Did it unscrew from the top or unscrew from the bottom? I don't quite remember. Yep. Holy shit. This is a cartomizer tank. There's a cartomizer on the inside with two little tiny holes drilled into it, and you have this dinky little tank that goes around the outside of your cartomizer. This was a mass-produced cartomizer tank. Cartomizer tanks, once upon a time, were not anything that was mass-produced. Every carto tank that anybody had were all just hobby vapors, like on a lathe with acrylic cranking out little carto tanks. Was this a smoke product? It said on the packaging that it was called the, hang on, Artemis something or other. The Artemis something or other. It does look like a smoke product though, doesn't it, Chris? It does look like a smoke product. So I'm going to try to put some liquid in this cartomizer tank. What a great way to end today's stream. What a great stream. I really appreciate you guys coming out. I love goofing off. I love having fun with you guys. I like that we get to hang out. I can't tell you this enough, but I mean, the vlog day, and the subsequent shenanigans that happen is just some of my favorite times. Some of my favorite times on earth. All right, let's get some more in here because it's a cartomizer, so it takes a bunch of juice. I should have used the squishy cap method, but it didn't come with a squishy cap. This cartomizer is all full of like polyfill in there. I'm so excited about this Carto. I get really goofy excited about really old vape stuff because I used this stuff for so long. And look at how you have to fill this thing. You have to slide the cartomizer out of the tank. So this is just a tube. You put the cartomizer in the bottom. There's O-rings. You push the cartomizer up as high as you can, leaving a little gap. And then you put your liquid bottle on the side of the Carto tank and you fill it up. Oh, you could never really fill it up all the way. Let's keep trying. I think that's as full as I can get it. What was that? 2.5 mils, maybe 2 mils right there. Okay, then we'll get this in place. Perfect. Can't forget the very high end beauty ring on the bottom of this. Beauty ring. And so this needs to go on a device that has airflow slots cut into the top. Once upon a time, every 510 had 510 like slots cut across it because this was designed to be used with anything 510, including, you know, cannabis, weed products. Weed products. All right. How goofy does that look? How goofy does that look? Look at this. That is like, this is what people, like, when they think of vaping, this is what people think of. I guarantee you. They think of big dorky atomizers like this because we use them for so long. I guarantee you. Okay, so this is 1 ohm. We're not going to keep this at 30 watts. I'm probably going to turn this down to like 15 watts, maybe 12 watts. I forgot how slow the DNA 30 is. Holy cow. Okay, let's start at 11.5 watts. Tight mouth to lung. Painfully tight mouth to lung. Joule level tight mouth to lung. Eleven and a half watts. That is not a bad mouth to lung. Carto tank, not a bad mouth to lung. This is not Deep Cuts PB Party. This is Deep Cuts Psycho Cruller. Delicious. I've got a burp. Michigan! Both of these QR codes. You guys need to be following these QR codes. I get no good throat hit, no real good flavor because this cartomizer is probably a decade old. Maybe 9 years old. Stack Dragon. Let's turn the wattage up a little bit. What's the worst that's going to happen? We're going to burn out an old cartomizer? Come on. 12.5 watts. Now we're living on the wild side. Better. Burnt, but better. Let's take this back down to 11 watts. 12 watts was just a little bit too much. That's just how it was with cartomizers. The thing with cartomizers is you'd buy a 5-pack of cartomizers for your Carto tanks, and inevitably 1 or 2 of every 5-pack was just buck. It was just stupid. Just broken, terrible, broken cartomizers. It was a gamble. It was a gamble constantly. And that's why I still have packages of cartomizers because I would buy them in bulk because I was so sick of getting bad ones. It's like, well, if I buy 100 of them, then at least 50 of them have to be good, right? So I'd buy cartomizers in bulk. Ridiculous. It's like I thought that a cartomizer was just going to be the last thing that I ever vaped. It does look like an oversized THC cart. It completely looks like an oversized THC cart. In fact, this is already getting burnt. And there's no bubbles happening. Oh, there was a little bubble right there. Okay. Okay, there's some good bubbles happening there. Okay. Bad. Nope. This is a bad cartomizer. Not like I was expecting it to be incredible or life-changing or anything. I got a few good vapes out of it, and I can tell that all of the it's a classic dry cartomizer flavor. This is a flavor that I have tasted dozens and dozens and dozens of times at home and in the car and at work. When I was at Starbucks, you go outside, you're like, great, burnt cartomizer. It tastes like a dead cartomizer. It's kind of like vaping a belt. Yeah, it's like vaping a belt. So, unfortunately, the cartomizer, what a thing of the past. Just a relic of another time in vaping. There was a time in vaping where everybody was using Carto tanks. Literally everybody was using Carto tanks. Carto tanks at the end of goosenecks. Like, what were we doing back then? All right, let me have one more vape of this belt just to make sure that it still tastes like belt. Mm-hmm. All bad. All bad all the time. That is a belt cartomizer. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, damn. That's it. Another Thursday in the books. Don't forget about the University of Michigan. Share that link anywhere you can. Share the YouTube video anywhere you can. To every naysayer, anti-vapor person, they need to see this video. You need to send this to people who will be, will like listen and pay attention and go, okay, I'm going to listen to someone who's clearly way, way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. What do you have to say about vaping? Go Kenneth Warner. Let's amplify Kenneth Warner's voice. Let's make it as loud as possible. Share it on social media. Share it on Twitter. Share it on YouTube. Share it anywhere you can. Share it, share it, share it. Now let me take one quick look around the room and make sure I didn't forget anything. We're good. We're good. I did polish up a couple other mechs, though. I polished up this nice Ronin mech. Maybe I could throw it on there. It's a hybrid. And I also polished up this guy. I haven't got this thing out in forever. The Hyperion? Look at that side fire. This was a dull, this looked like a roll of turds earlier. Polished it up yesterday. We'll see where that salvo ends up. It might not end up on that broadside. It's 510, so it might end up on something else. Should we just put it on another mech right now? No, it might end up somewhere else. But yeah, I think that's it. You guys, really appreciate you coming out. Was really looking forward to this vlog day for days, for days. And I don't want to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but the vlog is one of those things that brings me personally a lot of joy. It's when I look at my life, it's one of the things that I look at and go, yes, the vlog. A little slice of happy joy time in a world that seems like it's going fucking bananas, So let me leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with, besides Michigan, the feelings forever, and besides our ticket to Hawaii, I'm going to leave you with this. Some words of wisdom that I saw on Twitter recently. It's easy to spot a yellow car when you're always thinking of a yellow car. It's easy to spot opportunity when you're always thinking of opportunity. It's easy to spot reasons to be mad when you're always looking for reasons to be mad. You become what you constantly think about. Watch yourself. That's it. Watch yourself. Just be careful of who you're listening to. Be careful in a world of influencers. Just be careful of who's trying to influence you and what they're trying to influence you to do. Me, I'll be straight up front with you. All I'm trying to influence you to do is literally nothing. Not smoke cigarettes. That's all. That's all. I'm trying to influence you to follow science, think critically, seek out facts. Just be careful of who's influencing you. There's a lot of bad actors out there that just like to get people riled up. And I'm not right now speaking into the vape community at all, but there's a lot of bad actors out there that really like to get people riled up. Just be aware of who's getting you riled up and why. Why am I all riled up? Appreciate you guys. Be excellent to each other always. Remember that vaping is at least, probably more, at least 95% less harmful for you than burning deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. Be like Kenneth Warner. defend vaping. Much love, you guys. Peace out. Be excellent to each other. All that stuff. I'll see you next Thursday. And that's it. I don't know how to end a vlog now, apparently. I love you guys. And if we ever get the chance to meet in real life, I do dispense crisp high fives. We can go in for the full hug. I will be at the NVE show in Houston, Texas, September 8th, 9th, and 10th. I booked my travel. I haven't booked my flight. I booked my hotel, but I'm planning on being there. Trying to get Homeboy OC to come out with me. We got a couple cool things coming up, and I just hope everyone's on board. Anyway, big love, you guys. Big love. Be excellent to each other. Until next week. Bye.